is delicious! Yes! Yes!
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called LODE RUNNER Golden Labyrinth, or LODE RUNNER 3 The Golden Labyrinth, but this was created by Irem and Broderbund in 1985, and this is the third arcade release in the LODE RUNNER franchise. And this plays like the other arcade releases, very similar to. The only real difference is that there are 30 all-new stages. And there's a little bit different cutscene in between when you advance to the next 3 set of stages. But that's really it. The game can be farmed, I guess, for extra points. You get extra points by landing on an enemy's head. And they climb up the ladders sometimes in semi-glitchy ways. And you can farm that by dropping onto their head and backing off and landing on their head over and over and over again for extra points. And yeah, like in the other games, you don't want to dig yourself into a hole and fall in and have no way back out. But the gameplay's the same. You have a joystick and you have a dig left and dig right buttons. And you dig into the floor that way. And you can trap enemies, and any contact with an enemy is instantly fatal. Getting trapped in your own hole is also fatal. Running out of time is fatal. But your goal is to collect all the gold on the screen. Sometimes an enemy can collect the gold and they will be flashing when they do, and you need to trap them and then pick up the gold that they leave. I will play for a little bit, and once I lose all my lives, then I will show you what each remaining maze looks like. You can get a bonus for not killing any enemies, making them fall in holes and then waiting till the hole fills up and then killing them. Anytime they are killed, they regenerate somewhere at the top of the screen. But there are also beams along with the ladders, and you just shimmy across the beams. But that's it, you just gotta collect all the gold, and then once you've collected all the gold, then a new ladder or a new series of ladders will appear. And you want to climb way up to the top, and then you will exit the stage, and you will get bonus points for time remaining. And if the meter where your timer is, and sometimes there will be false floors that you can fall through. If the meter that your time is showing on is blue or yellow when you finish a stage, you will get double or triple the amount of points from time remaining. And now it's time to get the hell out of here. But yeah, sometimes it's just one special ladder that will appear, and sometimes it's more than that. And after you beat 3 stages, you will see a special cutscene. Here is a stage where I guess you can farm the enemies. You can't lean off of a ladder to grab a pile of gold in midair, you will have to drop from above. See, I couldn't grab it on the way up. You have to drop down. Now, pressing down when you're at the bottom of the ladder will make you fall. There will be a number of stages where there will be a hole in the floor that you did not dig. That will not fill up. And sometimes you will need an enemy to fall in so you can walk on their head. Oops, there's a guy that was going to appear right on me. You will need an enemy to fall into that hole, and you will need to walk on their head to be able to get across. And sometimes you need to kind of goad them into falling into that hole. But yeah, falling onto an enemy's head is not fatal. Standing on their head while they're trapped and letting them come out of the hole and touch you, then you'll die. I did not do a full playthrough of all the stages. There's no way I'm good enough. But I did show you, eventually, pictures of each stage, where all the gold is and where the final ladders will appear. But yeah, you'll see a cutscene where you're escaping to the next stage with a long ladder appearing. This is one of the all-time difficult puzzle games. I just barely fell through that hole in time before it started to fill up. Yeah, see, you can fall on that guy's head, and while you're standing on his head, you can break the floor to your left. You don't die from like a really long fall in this game. See, since there's no ladders as of yet, if you missed any gold further up the screen, you're screwed. And now look at all the ladders that are appearing. Yeah, all the games really play the same. Now you can accidentally release new enemies by breaking certain floor tiles. And that guy would get me if I climbed up that ladder. This stage, once you beat it, it might actually be harder. I mean, once you've gotten all the extra ladders to appear, it might actually be harder now. You really have to play around with the enemy's artificial intelligence. Yikes. See, I couldn't go up the right side. There weren't enough ladders. But yeah, all the LODE Runner arcade games play really quite the same, especially the ones created by Irem. But that guy will essentially be out of the equation. That guy that got trapped in that little enclosed area. So keep that in mind. If you can enclose the enemies, then they're pretty much out of the picture. But yeah, it's so tough because this series in general. Because you have to know which tiles you have to break, and you have to think well ahead of time to make sure that you don't get trapped. You get bonus points for not killing enemies or not digging holes to trap them in. Yeah, you can break floors while you're on a ladder. You cannot break floors below a ladder or below a pile of gold. You get, like, I think 1,000 points for landing on an enemy's head, or maybe it's more than one enemy's head that you have to get walk onto to get that many points. But yeah, there's parts in the game where you can kind of farm the system if you can get enemies to be on a ladder in a certain way and just keep falling off the ladder and landing on their heads over and over and over again and get more points. Yeah, you gotta know how to do this right, or else damn it, I screwed up. Ooh, can I get that in time? Oh yeah. But yeah, I will eventually show you pictures of where all the gold is, basically where the enemies are, unless there are some that need to be uncovered by breaking floors, and where the final ladders will be. So I will not do an actual playing of some of these stages. I didn't know how to get all of these gold piles. I'm guessing they're just piles of gold coins. They don't look like gold bricks. Yeah, I'd never seen any of the Lode Runner games in the arcades. You're gonna have to break a lot of floor blocks to ensure that these guys don't all come out. You'll need to break, like, I think 10 blocks and just keep breaking them so that the enemies keep falling in them. But again, they will respawn somewhere at the top, and the location of where they respawn seems to change from stage to stage. Yeah, you have to know, do I break the blocks from the left to right or right to left? This game is just so frickin' hard. Even early on, it's really tough. I really wish there was a ladder all the way down to the bottom, other than the one that the enemies all seem to be waiting for you by. But yeah, every third stage there will be new enemies that will antagonize you, and they'll recycle some of the enemies from the earlier Lode Runner games. This game was suggested by YouTube user Nathan Williams. The patterns for these stages seem to resemble something, and I'm not sure what the hell it is. That sucks that every time you go down to the bottom, you have to trap all these enemies, and note that I'm really starting to run out of time here. Yeah, I'm screwed. Time over. I will lose a life. You can get extra lives at certain point values. But yeah, like I said, you can drop onto an enemy's head or walk over an enemy's head if they're trapped in the floor, and you'll get bonus points when you do. And yeah, you can farm the system by walking over enemies' heads multiple times if they're on the ladders like they are, in a kind of glitchy way. If you can drop onto them from above and just keep doing it over and over and over again and get lots of points. Yeah, I could never remember exactly what the right way was to break the floor to get some of these gold piles. Note in the floor that I am just about to walk over right there. There are 2 blocks that you cannot break. There will be solid colored blocks that you cannot break, so keep that in mind. Just the regular brick ones you can break. And then there will be some that you can fall right through. They are false floors. Yeah, if you're gonna farm the system for extra points for falling on an enemy's head, you better be able to do it a hell of a lot of times, because you need to earn extra lives to make it worth your while. Because when you run out of time, of course, you will lose a life. But like I said, about 10 broken blocks. Ah, shit. Ran out of room. It's like 10 broken blocks real quick, one after another, and that should do it for taking care of the enemies that are on your tail at the bottom there. Yeah, don't forget that you can break the bricks while you're climbing a ladder. And I think you could do that in all the LODE Runner arcade games. I keep forgetting I need to go from left to right to get that one gold pile on the left side. I need to break the bricks from left to right. If you're gonna break those 10 blocks, you need to do it real quick, one after another, as those guys are coming after you. I had not heard of LODE Runner, not to mention the whole series of LODE Runner, until I played the NES release. I really liked it. It's a very good, perhaps simpler introduction into the LODE Runner series. Really wish I could climb up that ladder right there, but oh well. Yeah, the challenge for this game is really stiff. It's really one of the all-time difficult puzzlers. At least it has really nice peppy music. Yeah, this is about as far as I can get on this game. Yeah, I really liked the NES LODE Runner because you could create your own stages even. And yeah, the game was a little less difficult, I think, than the arcade LODE Runners. Yeah, the game... God damn it, I did it again. I just... my brain locks up. I can't seem to get that right. Yikes. Run out of time. Screw it. Seems I got like maybe a couple extra lives with my point totals. I would imagine the game rolls over at 10 million points. Yeah, you really absolutely have to think ahead. I don't know how you get that one gold pile below. God, stupid! My brain just doesn't want to work right. I was supposed to dig from left to right, not right to left. There we go. Yeah, it's the artificial intelligence of the enemies is really kind of interesting. They try to take the best route to get to you, and if they stop and go, oh wait a minute, I didn't want to go this way. There we go. That's what I needed to do. But then I get to waste a lot of time having to dig all these stupid frickin' holes. Nope, that's all maybe not 10 holes. Maybe 9 or something if you're real quick. I gotta wait until this guy goes that way. Now I'll climb up here. Yeah, just kind of interesting AI that these guys have. Oh crap! That hole filled in on me. I didn't think it was gonna. Oh well. Well, I got enough points to get number 1 on the high score list. Well, that was LODE RUNNER, the Golden Labyrinth, also known as LODE RUNNER 3, the Golden Labyrinth. And this was created by Irem and Broderbund in 1985. And I could continue, and you will have to start from the beginning of the stage. And note that in the LODE RUNNER series, you have to start each stage all over again with all of the gold. Sucks. And this big old statue here is what spits out the enemies that will follow you. We'll just see me beating it, and there is a bonus for not trapping any enemies. Bonus for not trapping them or not killing them. And then the bonus for having your timer in yellow or blue when you defeat a stage. And here, sending up another ladder way up into the ceiling as enemies follow me, and I go to the next stage. But yeah, we're going to look at pictures of each stage, and we'll see the ending ladders that you will climb up and go to the next stage. And we'll see the cutscene each time for the new enemies that you will face. And again, sometimes you can uncover the enemies from blocks that you break. I don't know what some of these patterns are supposed to be in the blocks. Might be some character from an Irem game or something. And that one says P3. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but there's a lot of final ladders on that stage that will appear once you get all the gold. And again, some of the floors will be false, and you'll just fall right through them when you walk on them. But I hope you all have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna go tomorrow and visit my grandparents with my mom instead of on Monday. I don't have to work Monday, thank goodness. But yeah, we will look at where all the gold is, generally where all the enemies are, unless they're covered up by blocks, and where all the final ladders will appear. Those look like hands, and one of them has a face on it. Such a difficult series. If you like brain teaser puzzles and having to think well ahead of time to plot out a strategy, this might be the series for you. But all the arcade games are very, very similar. LODE RUNNER the Dig Fight looks a lot different because a company called Seikyo created it. And I have a video of that somewhere in my library. I think the first 3 games and the Dig Fight were the only arcade releases of LODE RUNNER. I believe so. But I would recommend, if you are an NES fan, to pick up LODE RUNNER on it. Like I said, you can create your own stages on it. The Famicom release of that and a number of other games that had the edit mode would actually allow you to save and load the games that you edited. But that, even though it said you could do that in the NES version in America, you couldn't. It would say edit or save, but it wouldn't actually let you do it, and they left that in. Whoops. But you could create, at least. Hope you, yeah, like I said, hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. I got I got a whole lot of rain today. There was not a whole lot I could do. Certainly not mow the lawn, but it doesn't really need it right now, fortunately. I'll go out and do some karaokeing tonight, probably. Hope I don't get poured on. But we will, like I said, see the rest of the stage, or all the stages, and there are 30 stages, and we will see the cutscenes in between. It would just take way too long for me to try to figure out how to beat all the stages, so I just showed where the final ladders are, and where all the gold is, and where the monsters are, and where you first appear. Some interesting designs for the monsters. IOK. I don't know what that is. Might be initials for a designer's name. I remember one time I decided I wanted to do an MS Paint job on game covers, and I did LODE RUNNER, and I turned it into Roadrunner. Put in Roadrunner characters. Very silly, just kind of a little side project I got going on occasion. But that is the last stage there, and now we will see me finishing off LODE RUNNER, the Golden Labyrinth. And there's not much of an ending. I mean, it's very brief, but then you play the stages all over again, even though they count as like stage 31, 32, 33, and so on. Congratulations, you have passed through 30 dangerous places, but there are still other enemies on your way. Nah, the stages just start over. Like I said, they count as 31, 32, 33, etc., but they just play from the beginning on. But that was LODE RUNNER, the Golden Labyrinth, or LODE RUNNER 3, the Golden Labyrinth, created by Irem and Broderbund in 1985. Well, this is Crazy Clammery saying thanks for watching, and again, hope you have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. I will see you all with one final request. Bye-bye, folks.